Hello, champions. Welcome to another interesting lesson with Mr. Olia. I hope your day has been colorful and wonderful, and you've learned a lot from the previous lesson so far. Today, we'll be treating a new topic known as aquatic plants. Aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are plants that have adapted to live in aquatic environment. So, if you hear the word aquatic, it means water. Aquatic means water. So the water can either be salt or fresh water. So these plants require special adaptation for living in submerged or living their whole life in water or at the surface of the water. So these aquatic plants mainly survive or live in water. That's the reason they are called aquatic plants, or you can say water plant. Now we have various types of aquatic plants. One, we'll be starting with algae. Algae are known to be the oldest and the most common type of aquatic plant. The most common and oldest type of aquatic plant. They have no roots, stem or leaves. Now, example of algae is lingbaia and mossgrass. Example is what? Lingbaia and mossgrass. So those are examples of algae. Is one of the oldest type of aquatic plant. The next type we'll be looking at is known as floating-leaved aquatic plant. These are plants that they don't attach to the bottom. They are not attached to the bottom of the river or the body of water. They are not attached to the ground, but they have roots. Which absorb water. An example of floating-leaved plants are one, lily, as you can see in the picture, lily, and we have water hyacinth. So that's two examples of floating-leaved aquatic plant. Next, we have submerged aquatic plant. Submerged aquatic plants are rooted. They are rooted to the ground. Or you can say they are rooted to the floor of the water. And most of their vegetation is underwater. Meaning most of the parts of the plant, they are underwater. Just few parts, like some leaves, some seeds, some fruits, they are above the water. E.g., we have Hydrellus as an example, and bog moss. Bog moss is an example of submerged aquatic plant. Next, we have immerged aquatic plant. These plants are rooted to the ground. They are rooted to the ground of the water, or they are rooted to the floor of the water, but have most of their vegetation above the water, meaning they have most of their parts above the water. Example of immerged aquatic plants are knotweed. is an example. Another example, we have the red root plant. The red root plant is also an example of image aquatic plant. So these are some different types or various types of aquatic plant found in water bodies. Aquatic plant found in water bodies. So super kids, we are going to be treating some practical questions on what we've learned so far. So I will begin with 1. Lily is an example of floating leaf aquatic plant. Lily is an example of floating leaf aquatic plant. True or false? The answer is true. Yes, you got it right. It's an example of floating leafed plants. Now, the next practical question. Aquatic plant can also be called dash. I'll come again. Aquatic plants can also be called dash. Let me see who will get this again with my smart super kids. The answer is water plants. Water plants. Aquatic plants can also be called water plants. So that is the right answer. Wow, you got it right. So super kids, it has been an interesting lesson so far. I know you agree with me. You've learned all about aquatic plants and you've seen and listened to some examples which I've listed so far. And I also described their characteristics of each plant. So when you see some plants in water body, you should be able to identify some of them. So see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.